Moving away from silent films of the past generation and taking a step above the talkies, musical cinema became an instant hit. Taking its cues and screenplays from famous Broadway shows, musical cinema went where no theater production had gone before.
The late 1920s saw the birth of musical film. Specifically, it was in 1926 when Warner Brothers Studio gambled on Vitaphone, a system that coordinated filmed images with sound recorded on large phonograph discs. Audience responded very positively to this new technology.
The most popular cinematic musical of all time is Singin' in the Rain. Singin' in the Rain is a tale detailing Hollywood film's adaptation from silent films to talkies, and how it affected the studios, actors and actresses, and audiences of the time. Singin' in the Rain encompasses larger-than-life dance routines, lyrics supporting the loves and losses of the characters, all while under the umbrella of a showbiz-centric plotline.
When it comes to the characters in musicals, they all seem to be a part of very similar plot summaries. The majority of the storyboards for musicals seem to consist of a star doing everything in their power to emerge into show business. At first, the goals seem to be so far out of reach, yet eventually find a way to achieve their goal. This theme is shown in Annie, where the young orphan dreams of escaping her harsh supervisor, an unfeasible goal at the time.
Clean this dump till it shines like the top of the Chrysler Building.
The viewer is put on an emotional roller coaster for the remainder of the musical. The idea of putting the viewer on an emotional roller coaster is shown here in Chicago, where Roxy and Velma ultimately work together to become two very famous performers after butting heads throughout the entire musical. Most musicals tend to end happily ever after, which is the case here in Singin' in the Rain. Although it doesn't put you on much of an emotional roller coaster, it ends happily with Don and Kathy finally being together.
Judy Garland was especially successful in musical cinema during the 1940s and 50s, starring alongside Fred Astaire and Margaret O'Brien. Her biggest and breakout role was Dorothy Gale in The Wizard of Oz at the young age of 16.
In the 1940s, America was preparing for, fighting, and helping the world recover from World War II. Musicals provided moviegoers with breaks from this harsh reality of war. Humor and American values were the focus of musicals during this time. Hollywood musicals, often both nostalgic and patriotic, provided a much-needed morale boost before, during, and after the war.
The reason for the success of most musicals is because of their escapist qualities, their ability to distract viewers from reality. This is the main reason why the popularity of the musical film skyrocketed so greatly in the 1930s during the Great Depression, and resurged in popularity in the early 2000s during the Great Recession with musicals like Moulin Rouge, Chicago, and Mamma Mia.